It is playoffs, and welcome to Snagging Grass and Catching Bass. I'm your host, Brian Likes to Fish. Let's get this party rolling.
How's it going, Spotty Bowlers? We're out here at Lake Barrett. Thanks for watching Snagging Grass and Catching Bass. I'm Bob Brewer. Stay tuned for this upcoming Wednesday night show, 7 p.m.
Let's go, Bob. What is up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in tonight. We got a huge show tonight, round one of Spotty Bowl Playoffs. So if you made the playoffs, you're about ready to find out your destiny on this. But let's first see who's in here tonight. We got the judge. He says, who? What's up, Judge? Judge is in the chat. Been working hard on your playoffs. He says, thank you, David and Phill, for stepping up. And that is David and Phill from HD Baits, who is my guest tonight. Phill stepping up and supporting the junior anglers. We do appreciate it. What's up, David? Phil's in the house tonight, too. Carl Black says he's snagged. What's up, Carl? Jeff from One Cool Tuna says, from Kentucky, big storm coming in. Ay. What is it, like a monsoon season up there where it's like lightning and thunder and all that fun stuff? Davies World, Davy Brown from Akuma says, fresh one. He says to Jeff, he says, Davies from Akuma says, good luck, Jeff. I'll be in Oklahoma next week for the high school national bass championship. Yeah, that sounds good. Hoping for some night. Yeah, that'd be a bummer to get those kids rained out. But yeah, congratulations, dude. That's going to be fun, dude. National bass championship. Most famous man of fishing's in the house. Snagged, he says. What's up, Frank? How are you? Team Hookup Baits. Spotty at best. The champ's in there. Snagged by Mike. Aaron Endicott's in here. What's up, Aaron? He says snag. TB Metal Art. I got some announcements from TB Metal Art he put out today on social media. Some pretty cool stuff. Going to show off some TB Metal Art later too. Brian Rosen, what's up, dude? Got your bye week. Got nice and relaxed. Number one seed up there in the Weekend Warriors. Kevin Keller says, what's up, guys? Man, we got a lot of people. Jared's in here. Says, what's up? Going cool says, bring your shorts and sun shirt. It'll be hot, 100 plus. Oh, Mike Brown, Spotty Stalker's in there. Says, yo, how'd your weekend go, Mike? Nice. Did you have a bye? No, I don't think you had a bye. Anthony's in the house, says snagged. And last is Steve. If you guys want to be shouted out, it says bidding. You want to be shouted out, you got to type something in chat. But let's go ahead and bring in our guest. Round of applause. Yeah! Thank you, Phill. Phill from HD Baits is in the house tonight. High Desert Fishing 67. Is that your Instagram?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, check out Phill on Instagram. Phill, thank you for coming in tonight. Thanks for taking time out of your day to come on in. We appreciate you.
Appreciate being on here.
Exciting night, man. You're lucky, dude. You had the bye week, so you were like number 2 seed in short division, right? Ooh.
Yeah, for me, I live. It's 105 where I live in the high desert today. I'm 102 miles from. I'm 102 miles from where I fish.
What?
So, yeah. So for me to be in the finals, yeah, my God's good, man.
Dude, I know that 100 miles. I go from down south and I fish the north too. It's 100-mile journey. So I know your pain, man. Yeah. Do you fish the night or the morning?
This season I've been doing morning sessions because I've been working a lot. So I haven't been able to go during the week or pre-fish like I did last year. Yeah. So it's been just tough, it's been mostly the weekend mornings, Saturday mornings that I've been fishing I work during the week. So yeah,
so what time do you leave your house?
3 a.m.
Yeah, I know that. That is the worst alarm. I mean, it's good because I'm going fishing, but man, 3 a.m. is an early wake up call, dude.
Yeah, it is. I would prefer at night, but since it gets dark so late, and the session ends at midnight, you only really get like 3.5, 4 good hours of fishing. So I prefer in the morning if I'm going to do that. And the morning bite is usually pretty good for me.
I'm 100% with you. I'm a morning person too. I've always fished mornings. I've never really fished the nights. I know I need to start thinking about it because I know one of these playoff guys is going to force me to fish night against them, but I need to get good at night. But yeah, morning time for me too. But you know what? I've been getting lazy, Phil. I've been sleeping in the back of back seat of my truck. Like I don't, that way I can just wake up at 5:30 and roll out. But I don't know. Marina Del Ray is 145 miles from my house. And that extra like 45 miles is a killer.
Last season, I was leaving like a day and a half early and pre-fishing and sleeping in my car. So I was already down there. I haven't been able to do that this whole season, so it's been like stressful having to leave in the morning and then not being able to pre-fish, don't know the conditions. I get stuck with whatever tide there is. But yeah, I just grind. Just like I do every day, Brian. I never, we never go out fishing like, oh man, I'm not gonna catch nothing today. So for me, it's just another day. The only difference is the inches count. It's almost like a porno, the inches count on that video, on that session. all the other times, it's different. But I just go grind like I always do, and just whatever happens. I trust my baits and I trust my jig, and I just go out and see what happens.
I have like a pretty strict routine and superstitions I stick to. Phil, you got any of those? Like, what's your like prep like? Are you like me, where you like night before you tie everything up, got it all prepped, or are you just like some of these guys that just go out there and go for it? Are you heavy into the prep, or are you heavy into superstition?
I'm more into the prep. I do change my top shot all the time. I take my 3 poles and I'm ready, so I could use any one of them. But yeah, I do tie up my line. I do make sure it's a fresh jig head. And I just try to minimize anything that can go wrong, besides getting snagged in the rocks or any kind of like that. I make sure that on my part, everything that I do, all my line is fresh. I make sure that the 20 pounds on, make sure I don't want to lose no fish. Usually I in the days when I'm not doing the Spotty Bowl, I'll fish with lighter line. But when I hit the Spotty Bowl, I don't take no chances. I put 20 and I try to horse that sucker in and not give him no chance to run. Let
me guess, that thing's water skiing with a 20-pound line. You could probably just water ski it across the top surface, right? Get it up and just burn her in.
Yeah, because for those of you guys that don't know much about the short pounding, which a lot of you guys do, but if you don't, you can't give those bass that first run. A lot of times when we're fishing off the rocks or on the we're pitching towards docks, you can't give them that first run. That's the only reason I use the 20-pound test. If you give them that first run, a lot of times they'll take you and they'll go under a rock and you're done. So when I get bit, I make sure I have that line that my drag set to like 15 pounds, and I just bring that sucker in.
I know, dude, because if from shore, because I fish a shore division too. If it like on a boat, you can work an angle. If it goes into a hole or goes around something, you can just kind of change the angle, maybe get them out, or do something. From shore, it is what it is, man. You can like open up your bail and just cross your fingers, it swims out of the hole or whatever it's in. But yeah,
and it rarely happens. It rarely happens. It rarely happens. They come out, so it's like, I just try to make sure I don't give them that first run. Yeah.
Perfect. So let's talk a little bit about HD baits. How long have you been making baits for, and how long's HD baits been around?
I've been making baits for about 5 years now. I was making trout baits on my own, which was called the HD Minnow. I did that for 2.5 years, and then I met up with Dave, and we decided to get more molds, different molds. So we decided instead of the HD Minnow, we went plural and called it HD Baits. So I've been doing baits for about 5 years, and HD Baits has been around for 3 years now.
Oh, right on. I'm assuming HD Baits, High Desert?
High Desert Baits, yeah.
Yeah. What part of High Desert are you from, Phil?
I live in Victorville.
Oh, dang. Oh, yeah. It's 100 degrees out there right now?
105.
Oh, man. Are you in your garage right now?
No, I'm in my rod wrapping room.
Okay. Dang. Not all of us have a dedicated rod wrapping room. That's sweet.
It's my bedroom. I turn into part half
As
into
soon as,
the rod wrapping.
as soon as some of my kids get out of my house, maybe I'll have a rod wrapping room. Right now, my rooms are all occupied.
I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. I live by myself.
Oh, gotcha.
And my kids are my neighbors.
Oh, even
But yeah,
better.
so my kids are older, so I can do a little more things now. You know.
So you make the Battle Tail Fluke. I'm assuming that's a pretty popular. What is your most popular? If these guys are looking at HD baits, like what spotty baits do you use from shore? What do you recommend to catch spotties on? Because that's a lot of people watching right now are spotty anglers. Obviously, give them some advice on what HD baits you'd recommend to them.
This is what I won. This is the color and the bait. This is a 3-inch swim bait. We call it the Battle Tail. This is our #1 seller. This is what I won the Spotty Bowl with last year. This color too. But this is all I've used since I started making baits for the ocean.
Okay.
Even though in my van I carry the 4, the 5, everything. I've done everything on this 3-inch swim bait on a 3/8 jig head. Is just, man, I had so much success with it. I really recommend it. And I know guys use the 4-inch, but from shore, I've noticed that I get bit a lot more off of this 3-inch. I'll fish with the 4-inch and I'll get bit, but not as much. As soon as I put this 3-inch, it just seems like they can't stay off the hook. We have our 4-inch, which is a ribbed version.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, this is really good. Our San Diego guys do really good. And so does Daniel Wood. Daniel Wood, this is all he throws. I made him his own special color, and he puts a tailspin on it. And I've been fishing with him a couple of times in this last month, and that guy just slays, man. That guy, he's got this 4-inch down. But it's really a preference of what you feel comfortable with, and you know that, Brian. When you feel confident with what you're throwing, it does make it a lot more fun. We all have different ones. We also have a 5-inch fluke. We have the 3-inch fluke, and we also have our 5-inch, which is the bigger version of our 3-inch. And this is the Calico guys like this bait. Aaron Kruger from San Diego, he likes using this bait. So it just depends on what you like. But for me, I'm telling you guys, this 3-inch right here on a 3/8 jig head has just been the magic for me. And for a lot of the guys that I meet, I turn them on to this bait. And usually within that same day, they're texting me and say, man, thanks, sending me pictures of fish they caught with this 3-inch bait. So this is my go-to right here. This color, and I also have the red and yellow, which is the chili mango, which would be this color with the yellow on the bottom. And this is
definitely looks like a calico color to me.
I have fished this color all this season, and that's what's worked for me. But yeah, the 3-inch is what I recommend for the spotties. Sand bass and the calico, I like to go bigger, but for the spotties, it just seems like they love that small bait.
That one that you showed that Wood fishes with the Daniel Wood fishes, that is my flavor right there. That's my flavor. I love that combination of orange and is that a dark green on top? I love my favorite 2 colors is green pumpkin and orange, and when you get a combo of those two, that's what I love. If I was gonna pick one out of those, that's my flavor right there. At least that would be my confidence.
I've been fishing for largemouth my whole life. I just got into trout about 5 years ago, and I started making the baits. But yeah, you can't argue with the green pumpkin. That works everywhere for bass.
It's ingrained in our bass, and ingrained in our brain. Like you see guys always using green pumpkin, and it may not even be that good, but just because everybody's catching fish on it, you know what I mean? Like I can't get away from the stupid color. I wish we actually years ago. Go ahead.
Yeah, look at the hookup baits. Green pumpkin gets smashed. People would just kill on that color. It's just a very solid bass color, and it's been for at least the 40 years that I've been fishing.
Yeah, that's usually most guys go to is some kind of dark green. But we did a science project way back on the old show years and years ago. We had like 30 guys fishing. We would go out and we'd fish reds and pinks and all the kind of weird non-natural colors. And then we'd fish the natural colors like shad and grays and, mackerel colors and all that. And there really wasn't too big of a difference. Like all the baits seemed to do pretty well. I mean, some were a little better than others, but there was not like one color that just like killed it. So I don't know if it's just in your head, and that is a lot to have that confidence in that color. But for me, if I look at something that just doesn't look right to me, I'll fish it, but I won't fish it during a tournament because I don't have confidence in it yet. So I'm stuck on my old ways, I guess. Keep going to bring.
Yeah,
bring
I don't gamble. I don't gamble, Brian, when it comes to a tournament. Like when I'm not fishing, I'll throw out the 4, I'll throw out all the other baits. But when it comes down to the tournament, I stick with what I'm confident with, and I just stick to my 3-inch, and it just seems to do the job. And when you're comfortable and confident, it just I think you produce more. You're not questioning yourself. Yeah. At that point, you're just casting, looking for the fish, not worrying about anything else. You're just worried about looking for the fish. When I'm fishing and experimenting, it's not as much fun when I'm throwing because I'm not as sure. So, it's just a different feeling.
Like, is it the color? Is it this new color? Yeah, I know. Spotty Best, man. This is somebody I listen to a lot. He says lies, colors matter. Yeah, we're gonna have to bring the subject back again. We're gonna have to try out some colors, see if anything. You know what I mean? Like a couple of us guys go out, we'll try for an hour, one color or another. I don't know. It's hard to gauge it though, because what if the tide changes? I don't know. We need to figure that out. That's always, fishermen are always like that. Anything that's shiny. All right, let's move.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, keep going.
And it's also where you fish too. I think certain colors hit in certain areas. I know our San Diego guys, they like the blue and silver. They do really well with it. So I think where you fish too has a lot to do with the colors. There's different water. Some places have more grass. So you have to figure all that out. And that, to me, that's exciting. That's what's exciting. I don't ever go out there thinking I'm going to catch. I enjoy the hunt. I enjoy when I cast. That's what I enjoy. Once my bait hits the water, is trying to get something on there. So I really the hunt is what does it for me. But yeah, I just stick to what I'm confident with for sure.
As soon as Spotty Bowl's over, that's when I pull out all my. I have to fish the high percentage stuff for Spotty Bowl, but as soon as Spotty Bowl's over, do the hunt, man, go into that clearance bin or go find a new bait or a new color, whatever, and go try to catch a fish on it. It's just so much fun. Busting out a new chatterbait or something weird, you don't normally fish, or like I've skipped on the crankbait game. I think when it's over, it seems like it's hot, so I'm gonna try some of those. I don't know. TV Metal Art says he loves the green pumpkin. Yeah, that's Bryce Huffman says agreed. Color is the least important factor. I fish a new color every week. Bryce, that's crazy. That's hard for me to mentally get around. Where every weekend I'm fishing something different. Confidence is key, just like Phill said. Yeah, I agree with that. So HD baits, if these guys want to check out your HD baits, want to buy some of your HD baits and support HD baits, because you've been a great sponsor for us this is your second year in, and you've donated baits to the youth division this year, and you've given away tons of baits to the weekly or monthly winners or session winners, I guess. How can they check out your baits, Phill?
hdbaits.com. We have our website up now. So you guys can go on there and pick and choose whatever you guys want. We have everything available. And hdbaits.com is the best place to go.
All right. Yeah, that's easy enough. And check out High Desert 67 on Instagram if you want to check out, I guess, all your posts of everything. I know you guys have a huge Instagram
High Desert Fishing 67.
Okay. Here's a question I've been forgetting to ask a lot of people, but to get to know you, Phill, I try to ask this to every guest. When you go to a taco shop, what do you order? This is what's important to us in Southern California. What's your taco shop order, Phill?
Mexican taco shop?
Yeah, taco shop. What's your taco shop order?
I like the cabeza tacos.
Oh, what's in that? I'm not familiar with that.
It's just meat from around the head. It's super soft. And it's real popular with us brown people. But yeah, that's what, either that or the carne asada. But I usually do the cabeza tacos.
No, I'm gonna have to try that. Is that at every taco shop or is that at a special taco shop?
No, it's pretty much at every taco shop.
Cabeza. All right.
Everybody cooks it different, so you kind of have to find the right taco shop, I guess, but.
All right. Well, that's nobody's answered that. Most people are standard like carne asada tacos. I think Chad from Hookup Bait says he likes oh man, what the heck was it? I don't know. He had some other type of taco he liked, but all right, cabeza taco. All right.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Captain Dan is in the chat. What's up, Captain Dan? He says, checking in, guys. I'm actually home first time in a long time tonight. All right, making pizzas for friends. Rolo Wicked Tuna Captain's Reception Sunday at Dana Atlanta. Come see and eat some pizza. All right, so go down. Captain Dan, are you going to be down there at Dana Landing? Captain Dan, if you're going to be down there, let us know. Captain Dan, who's been working hard, putting on the Supercross and outdoor motocross series right now, which I follow. Been crazy out there, Dan. I've been watching the show. A lot of rain, a lot of lightning last week. They had to stop the race. Pretty crazy. Birria taco. That's what Chad likes. The birria tacos. Those are pretty good.
Birria.
Birria. Is that how you say it?
Yeah. Yeah, birria.
You eat those, though. You eat like 3 of those, dude, and you're like, you feel guilty, man. There's like so much grease, and it's so good, dude. It's like so good. I don't know. I feel guilty after eating a bunch of those. I don't know
they're
why.
juicy, man. Those are good.
They're super juicy. They're super juicy.
All
right, guys, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get on to some more stuff here. We're going to go ahead, Phil, and we're going to talk about some weekly news. And hang on, guys. We got the results coming up. We've got round 1 results coming up here in a minute. Phil, don't you guys have a get-together or some kind of fish get-together coming up soon? I see something online, some kind of going on. And if you guys ever have anything going on, send it to me, and I'll give it a shout-out on Snagging Grass, Catch a Bass. I'll get you on weekly news.
We will, yeah. We're just starting to branch out. We took this couple of years first to make sure that we got our baits out there. We didn't really concentrate on sales too much. We wanted to just make sure that we can get those baits in legit anglers' hands. Because to me, as the bait maker, that's the only way I think that would make your baits legit, is to get it into the legit guys' hands. But yeah, we're gonna start doing pop-ups and barbecues and stuff like that, just to thank the community for all the support that we've gotten. So
right on. Well, when those events come up, let me know. We'll get them on here. First up, we got. Guess what, man? You got the bye week, but June 28th. You guys short guys, though. You got to choose whatever bait you want. But June 28th, well, I guess you get to pick with your partner what day. But June 28th is a scheduled day for up there in LA for round 2. If you guys made it, which is Alamitos in LA, and in San Diego, we go back to the Big Bay, San Diego Bay, on the weekend of June 28th. Whew. What's your go-to bay, Phil? Do you have a specific bay, or do you bounce around, or what do you like to fish?
I like to bounce around. If I don't do good in one bay, I'll move around. But I stick to Los Alamitos because I didn't. I know Long Beach a little better, but since last year I had to learn Alamitos Bay, I've gotten that bay down. I know the spots to go to. But yeah, Los Alamitos Bay is what I like. Even though this week I did go fish Marina Del Ray for the first time in a while, and I got an 18. I got an 18-inch spotty, and they've been coming out. I think this week I've seen like 4 18-inch different people have gotten, and a lot of 17. So the big boys are coming out. But I stick to Los Alamitos just because I'm confident. I don't like to experiment with the other bays that I don't know as well.
Alamitos is, it's known for lots of bigs. So yeah, I agree. Alamitos is a cool spot to fish. I don't know if I had to pick a bay this year though. I don't know. I'm starting to fall in love with Marina Del Ray and Newport. I like Newport too, but I'm on the vessel. From shore, I'd probably, same as you, I'd probably pick Alamitos. Yeah,
Newport has a lot of quantity of fish. I know everybody that goes to Newport, you catch a lot of fish. But I think this last month, Marina Del Ray has been having some really good sized fish coming out of there.
Got a cool first question for you, Dave, in here from I'm sorry, Phil, from Dave. He says, "What's your favorite spot and technique in Alamitos?" You don't have to give up spots, but what's your favorite technique? What are you looking for when you go up there?
I just there's places with low tide and high tide that are better, but I just anywhere where there's rocks. If you look at by Davies, and I don't mind giving up the spot, Davies boat launch around that area. I always do very well on all those rocks. There's a lot of grass patches out there, and there's hardly anybody that fishes that side of Los Alamitos Bay. Everybody usually fishes on the other side. But that's kind of like my go-to spot. I'll walk around. There's probably a good quarter mile back and forth, and I just stick to that area, or I walk across to like Mother's Beach and fish off the beach, and there's a couple rocks over there on that side. That's usually where I go. So if you guys go out there, try the Davies launch ramp. That side of those rocks do very well. Do very well.
I know that area. But yeah, that's like the only grass in Alamitos is kind of that strip right there. Everywhere else is just like a docks or a desert.
Yeah.
Are you going to be at the award ceremony, Phil? I know you are. You're going to be down there with us.
Yeah.
All right, guys,
yes,
the award ceremony is coming up on July 12th. It's at the Fast Lane Kayak Center. Make sure that even if you didn't make the playoffs or win a side pot or anything, come on down. And hang out. There's gonna be a lot of fishy people down there, and support Spotty Bowl down there. Okay, the award ceremony. If you want food, Chuck is making it this year, and Chuck makes incredible food. I think it was 2 years ago. Chuck made food for the Spotty Bowl. He's making a brisket. I think I heard pulled pork. So it's gonna be. I know Chuck. It's gonna be awesome food. It's $10 per person, which is a deal. I mean, you're getting brisket and a whole meal for $10. It's $10. You can go on Discord and Venmo Eric $10. Or show up in person, and it's $10 for a food ticket. Bring your own drinks though. It's gonna be good food, so totally worth it, guys. And if you don't, there actually is a sandwich shop right there. But man, I'd recommend going with Phil or going with Chuck. Award ceremony, make sure you bring a chair. So we're going to be setting up right here in front of Fast Lane, same spot we did last year, but that's what it looks like when we get there. It's bare. So bring a chair. We may have enough room for a few easy ups. So if you have an easy up, bring it just in case, because I don't know how hot it's going to be that day, so you might want some shade. Awards take a few hours down there. So don't forget to bring a chair. Are you bringing down the HD Baits, the whole setup, the tent, the table, all that?
Yeah, and we're gonna bring it, and anybody that's welcome to jump underneath it and get some shade. You guys are more than welcome. Since we're all a big family.
Right on. I've seen some pictures of that thing. That thing's pretty sweet.
Yeah, we just got that, and it's pretty nice, really nice. Yeah.
It is nice. We have a raffle down there where a lot of our sponsors have donated some raffle prizes, and it's $1 per ticket and $20 for 25. All this money just goes to Spotty Bowl. Nobody makes any money off this tournament. It all goes right back into Spotty Bowl. Any expenses like the plaques, the food, anything like that where we have overages, that's where all this money goes to. And if we don't spend it all, we save it for the next year. So maybe one year we'll have a big kitty and we could do some kind of big blowout or something. I don't know, but all this money goes right back into Spotty Bowl, and you have the chance of winning cool gifts. I'm gonna show breaking news. TB Metal Art is in chat, and I heard from the interwebs that he is donating a piece of TB Metal Art for the raffle, and I think it's something like this. But let me show off mine. He makes. Have you seen TB Metal Art stuff? I'm gonna go full screen here. Here's my Spotty he made me. He made me this in 2000. Geez, what's the year on this? 2020. But TB Metal Art not only makes these belts, and he made that trophy you see in the background right here, but he also makes replica fish. I mean, this is a huge spot. I wish I caught one this big, but I think I saw on the interwebs that he is donating one of these to the raffle. So this is your chance to win I think he said a 17-inch TB Metal Art Spotty, which are killer.
That thing's badass.
Dude, this thing that hangs is in my house, like right in. My wife probably doesn't like it, but it hangs like right next to my kitchen. Look at that thing every night. He's made me several things though. My house has got TB Metal Art all over it. So $1 per ticket.
Underneath my pillow.
Speaking of that, where is your belt? Is that your belt hanging back there? I forgot to mention that Phill, grab that thing. Let's see that thing. Phill is the 2024 Shore Division champion from last year, man. So those are hard to come by, man. You really have to earn these things. You know, you not only have to make it to the playoffs, but you got to defeat several people to get those. So a lot of luck and a lot of skill involved in that.
I went up against Kevin Keller last year, and man, that last year he put us all to shame. He was like first place almost every session, and he won Angler of the Year. And
yeah,
I think I beat him by like 3/4 of an inch. But to me, yeah, that was tough fishing, man. I was nervous fishing against him just because he had done so good. I ended up third overall, but yeah, he got first like more than half of the sessions. So it was like a Cinderella year for me, last year,
awesome,
my
awesome.
first year, and yeah, it was a blessing for sure.
Well, congratulations, man! You're a champ. You'll always be a champ. So congratulations on that. It's a hard thing to do. Anybody that got a first place or largest spotty, heaviest spotty, there's a few plaques also, and Angler of the Year plaques. Those are all be given out at the award ceremony. So if you got a first place, you're going to be getting one of those. And the Spotty Bowl champions are crowned there live. They don't know what happened. Nobody knows what happened. So it's kind of nerve wracking, Phill, when you get called up there and you find out it's
all day long, just wondering, did I win or did I lose?
I've been called up there a couple times, and man, your heart is just like, I never expect to win because I'm usually going against guys like Chad or Alex, guys that are just super hard to beat. But man, it's an exciting moment in your life when you go up there and if you win one of these things, it's pretty.
I'll tell you what was funny is that last year, Brian, it was my first year. I actually got an inch deducted from that playoffs. I covered the spotty the eye with my finger. Yeah, and so man, if I would have been 1 inch less, I wouldn't have won. So yeah,
so you won by 3/4 with a 1 inch deduction.
Yeah.
Oh, you're lucky, man. That would have been a heartbreaker to lose on a covered eyeball.
And the judge mentioned it before he said who won. He's like, yeah, somebody had to deduct an inch. And I was like, oh man.
No.
I was like, because it was my first year, so I was probably thinking, yeah, it was probably me.
Look who's in the chat. Cash the Fisherman. What's up, Cash? How are you? See how you did.
Cash the Slayer.
Yeah, he's fishing San Diego, and he made playoffs in both San Diego and LA this year. So the Spotty Bowl champions will be crowned. All right, let's get through some of the stuff. Chad has a Hookup Baits and San Diego Anglers Club have a fundraising tournament for the U.S. Angling Kayak Team. We're shipping some of our California guys out to Florida, and this is a fundraiser to help them pay for some of their expenses out there. I'd love to see some of our California guys compete in, somewhere around the world and come back and these spotty slayers go out and show the world what's up and win this thing. So if you want to get involved in that, it's a cool fundraiser. It's $20. It's at Tidelands Park the day after the award ceremony, July 13th, Sunday. Tidelands Park's right at the end of the Coronado Bridge, if you don't know. It's a species tournament. Next week, I'll get a little more into it, but it's $20. Includes lunch, first place, second place, and third place trophies. Let's see if there's anything I'm missing here. But if you have any questions about it, you can go to what you see on the bottom of the screen there, usangling. You can go to SDA tournaments@gmail.com and send them, or you could probably just contact Chad directly and he can answer any questions for you on that. Are you in part of this, the CCA Star Tournament? Have you entered this yet?
This is the one.
No, I entered this, Phill, and I've probably caught 4 or 5 eligible fish, and I have forgotten to picture every single one of them because it's been during Spotty Bowl sessions where I'm not concentrating on this. Yeah. One time I caught, I think a 20, I don't know, a huge sand bass. Didn't have my measuring board because you have to have the specific measuring board thing around here because I left it in this boat. I was in the other boat. So for the show, I showed it off. I forgot it. So I've missed 5. That could be my free boat right there, man. I've missed five entries. I know. It's terrible.
The judge asked a question about Ludwig.
Let me see where it's at here. Let me go back here.
It says, ask about Ludwig. Where did he come from? I'll tell you guys a story about Ludwig.
Yeah, go for it.
I was fishing, and it was nighttime, and he was throwing some trash away in the trash can nearby. And all I said was, "Hello, how you doing?" And he said, "Are you catching anything?" And just from that interaction, we ended up talking for like about an hour. I ended up giving him some baits, and the next day he contacted me and said, "Man, I'm killing it with these baits, bro." And but that's how I met Lute. I met him at a trash can. He was throwing trash away
That
while
is
I was
pretty
fishing,
killer.
and that's how we struck up a friendship. And he ended up now fishing for us. Yeah.
From shore, it's more. It's like in the boat. I feel like I'm passing. You know what I mean? You're like, hey, what's up? You know, you keep going, or in the kayak, you know. But in shore, man, you're like shoulder to shoulder, usually fishing with all these people out there, and you know, you celebrate each other's catches. It's like I don't want to say intimate, but it's like you know what I mean. It's more. I don't know. You're more right there with the person. So I've met
It's more
lots
of
of.
a group activity, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the word I'm looking for. It's like we're all out there, kind of in the same areas, watching each other and fishing like that. Yeah, no. I've met, I became friends with people that aren't even anglers, that are just down there jogging, or just happen to be where I'm at on Mission Bay. The same people are, it seems like every Saturday are down there again and again and again. I'm always talking to them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been blessed. God's put a lot of cool people in my way. Just like Ludwig, how I met Ludwig. I met Memo kind of like the same, just fishing. Guillermo. I met a lot of the guys that fish for us like that. But yeah, it's been a blessing. I've got a lot of really good friends through a little piece of plastic. So yeah, I consider that a big blessing.
That's cool, man. Yeah, and thanks for bringing those two mega slayers into the shore division. Those guys.
Hey,
Woo.
kicking my butt,
Ludwig,
man.
man. 82-inch bag, dude. The biggest bag ever caught in Spotty Bowl history from shore, man. That's crazy. He's having a
And I'm not even
quite a
kidding. You fish next to that guy, and he like pulls up like 4 fish for every one of yours. And I was like, damn, what is this guy? He just plays, you know.
I wonder if he's fishing like if he's like one of those nuts that's fishing like 4-pound line or something like that. He's got like I don't know. That's crazy to me. Daniel
Yeah.
says, I met Chuck during this Spotty Bowl session. Oh, that's cool. Chuck was out there. Daniel, I met you. First time I met you was from shore. Me and Daniel were fishing this similar area, and he's like, hey, we saw each other have our bump boards on our back, you know, and that's an instant indication that you're probably a spotty bowler. So that's how I met you too.
Hey, congratulations to Cash. Mike Brown said he won a prize with the CCA today.
Oh, right on. I was going to get right to that. TB Metal Art says, by the way, I'm making the belts for the national championship in Florida for the U.S. Angling Saltwater Tournament. As Todd, so it all started with Eric's idea of like a wrestling belt, and look at now all these tournaments everywhere, or instead of handing out like trophies or plaques, it's gone to like a championship belt. Is that what anglers want now?
I was gonna make a video and go outside a boxing gym and just walk around with the belt on my shoulder back and forth in the windows.
You know,
Like get beat up though.
Walking. I think that this year, if you guys are coming down to the September 12th, of everybody bring your previous belts. Let's see if we can get a picture of like all the previous champions, like a picture of all the old belts. Bring your belts with you guys. If you're a previous champion and you're coming down, I want to see them all. Get one big giant group championship photo. Where was it? Okay, so these are some of the eligible bass or fish in the CCA. You can click on that QR code if you want to enter this. I think it's only $40 for members, and there's a ton of high-end prizes are given away. They have a shorts division. If you catch a sand bass 17 inches or less, which is a lot what we catch in the bay, I catch some big ones occasionally, but they're giving away 7 individual prizes just for that. And then they have this, which it sounds like, Cash, what'd you win? They have weekly prizes, some good prizes on there. I see some Costa sunglasses. Those are not cheap. Daiwa reel, man, 400. That's a nice reel right there too. Penn Squaw, subscription to Fish Dope, $200 in grungies. So yeah, there's some cool stuff in there, man. So, and it supports the CCA, which is it's fighting to keep our waters open. So it's a good tournament to get involved in. Number one prize though, and the guy that won it, I've said this a million times, caught one fish and submitted it and won himself a Parker fishing boat. That would be amazing. Can't imagine. One entry. That's literally like winning the lottery. And there's
that's
the
what
boat.
it was meant to be, you know.
It was. That guy, man. You know, he got Cash and his dad Tom were like 60 entries, and they won some nice prizes, but one entry, yeah, that's all it takes to do it. And that's the boat. It's down there at Fastlane. You guys are gonna see that when you come down for the award ceremony. You're gonna see where that boat you can win. Here's the places you can pick up the measuring board. And then I'm going to cruise on up there for the Star Awards party. If you guys are in the area, it's at the Bass Pro Shop there up there in LA. So if you're in that area, cruise on up, say hi. I'm going to go up there just to see this live ceremony. Hopefully I'll bring my truck and we can bring some gifts home. Phill.
Yes,
I made this announcement last week. Snagging grass and catching bass. You might as well look at my new logo right here, largemouth. When Spotty Bowl's all over, I don't know what I'm doing to myself, but I'm thinking about putting on a thing called Bass Bowl, which will be the exact same rules as Spotty Bowl, but for largemouth. And I'm going to do it down here just to test the waters in our local 3 lakes, El Cap, Lake Hodges, Lower Otay. I'll start working on this event once Spotty Bowl's over. I have no time to do anything right now, but it's going to be ran through Discord. It's going to have the same rules as Spotty Bowl. It's going to be 3 rounds, 1 in each round, and it'll be 1 round of playoffs. You choose your lake kind of deal. Haven't nailed out all the details on it, but it seems like there's a little bit of interest in it. And off season, I love to fish the largemouth and see if anybody else is interested in this. But if you're interested in it, go on our Discord. I put a poll up for whoever is interested in it. Click on it, and I'm trying to figure out gauge and how many people are going to be. So far, it looks like maybe, I don't know, 20 or 30 people might be interested in this. You
Sounds
got a large
exciting.
Yeah, I don't have the energy to do it here and LA. So I just want to see if this format works. I don't know why it wouldn't. This format would work on a lake. Why wouldn't it? It's catch, release, pitcher. We can do it from anything. You can do it from a boat, float tube, shore. You can do it from anything. So I think it's going to be fun. Let's give these spots.
Sounds like fun. Sounds like fun.
I hope so. It's going to be a free
event.
What's up,
Daniel Woods?
Steve says, I'm in Orange County, not in LA. Okay. Oh, man, here we go. This just opened in San Diego Bay, guys. So on to the news here. And as soon as I'm done with the news, we're going to get right to these results here. But we have a $1.3 billion resort that just opened on San Diego Bay. It's called the Gaylord Pacific Resorts. It's right in front of San Diego Bay. This thing opened like last month, and I ride my bike around that area right there to check out shore spots, and I saw this thing go up, so I had to take some pictures of this thing. But it's like... Let me show you another picture so you can get an idea of where it's at. There's San Diego Bay in the background. It's like right on the water, right where the old Chula Vista RV park used to be. It looks like it should be like one of those casino hotels like you see in Vegas. And it's so weird to see this thing just pop up in Chula Vista, like nothing really around it, but this gigantic hotel. I honestly can't believe they built it down there. It seems like it should have a casino to support that thing. But if you guys get a chance, head on down there. The Gaylord Pacific is a major resort, and it's a convention center down there. So get ready, Dave. Probably going to be a fishing convention over there sooner or later. Located in Chula Vista, it is the resort spans 2 million square feet, has 1,600 hotel rooms, and a 477,000 square foot convention centers. It is insane. It's on 4.25 acres. It's got a water park, a lazy river. It's got a spa service, fitness center, 8 different restaurants. I went in there and walked around. It's super fancy. I felt actually weird because it's in like my shore pounding gear cruising around in there. But if you look, it's located right here next to the Chula Vista Marina. And I don't know. It's just when you're out fishing, you guys are going to see this thing now. But that is the pool section right there. It's just, I don't know, pretty big news that San Diego gets such a gigantic hotel just built right on the bay. Has anybody else gone down there and checked this thing out?
No, I seen pictures of it on the thing when it came up. That thing is huge.
It's ridiculous. Like, it's, you can just go down. I just rode over there on my bike while I was fishing and walk through the thing. But it's got nice restaurants. But just to go down there, it's free to just go down there and hang out and walk through the thing. It is unbelievable. It feels like you're in Las Vegas or something. I took a picture of this. It's got a crazy sports bar in there. Like if you Super Bowl, I'm sure at big events this will be packed, Padre games, but it's a pretty amazing place. All right, I got some news from Taylor B. Drifting that they went up to Marina Del Ray, and guess what? There was like all kinds of signs saying that they had some kind of bacteria in the water, and I said, well, I better investigate, see what happened up there. 15,000 gallons of sewer leaked into our bay and into some of the Venice Beach areas right there. So after 15,000 gallons of sewage leaked into the ocean near the Marina Del Ray over the weekend, a broken water main on Saturday caused by sand entering the sewer system caused a sewer to back up and discharge into the bay. Ugh, that's not fun. So I guess one of our spotty anglers went down there to go fishing, and there's signs everywhere in there in a float tube. So they're like, maybe I won't go in there today. But this occasionally happens. I think more down here in San Diego than up there. But the water was it wasn't closed, but it just had warnings up, and the water was polluted for that weekend. And then it seems like by Monday it had cleared out. But these are the affected areas. It was Marina Del Ray and the beaches right out front there, the Venice Beach. And these were the signs that were up. Thanks, street team, for taking all these pictures for me. And I guess it went right down the aqueduct, which is weird. So went right down the aqueduct, right into the bay, right out to the ocean.
Good thing we don't eat the spotties.
Yeah, I know. Almost, especially in San Diego Bay, when you go like deep into the south, like where that new hotel is. I don't know. The water's just kind of a little stagnant back there. You know, it doesn't get like some of your guys' bays, like up there, the water's like rushing in and out all the time, so they're pretty healthy. But man, some of those back parts of San Diego Bay is pretty questionable. I don't know if I'd be eating a halibut out of there. T-Mel says the city is feeding the fish. Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it. All right, Phil, you ready to do this?
Yeah, let's do it, man. I'm excited. I can't wait to see.
All right, let's get this going here. I got to get something fancy going. If you guys got speakers, hold on a second here.
Hey, this is Mike Brown, and you're watching Snagging Grass and Catching Bass. Woo!
Let's go, Mike. Hold on one second, guys. If you guys got speakers, crank them up, because here we go. Let's go, Phil. Trying to pump up the playoffs.
That's a cool music, man.
Lord of the Rings-esque, eh? All right, guys. So playoffs happen this weekend. You guys down in San Diego fish Mission Bay. Shore Pounders going to fish their bay of choice. And up there in LA, Marina Del Ray. Ooh. Let's see how this goes. Let's get going on here. So youth division, round one, number 1 seed, Taylor and Emmett, number 2 seed, both had a bye, just like you, man. Bye weeks. Ooh, that's a well-earned rest. I'll tell you what, man, when you go through that 7-round season, because I've won that bye a few times in my life, it's fun to just lay back and see where the cards fall. You know what I mean? See what's going to happen.
It sure was.
All right, here we go. First up, we got Cody Mead, number 4 seed versus the number 5 seed, Hollis. And let's see what we got here. Hold on a second. I got to show this.
What's up? My name is Hollis, and when I'm not fishing, I'm watching Snagging Grass and Catching Bass.
And your winner of round 1 is Hollis. Congratulations, Hollis. 74-25. Let's go, Hollis, our very first winner of round 1. You'll be advancing to the next round. Cody, looks like you had a rough day, man. Tell you what, dude, if you fished Saturday in San Diego, it was rough. We had a lot of low numbers come out on Saturday. It was a rough day. Sometimes it's just is what it is. It is what it is. It's out of your hands. So congratulations, Hollis. You're moving on to the next round. Next up, we got Cole versus our first female to ever make it to the playoffs. Let's go, Phoenix. And the number 6 seed versus the number 3 seed, Cole. And the winner is, let's go, Phoenix. 71-75. versus a 71. Cole throwing out a big bag, man. Ooh, so close. 2 slayers right there, man. Both fished hard. 71, 71, 75. Congratulations, Phoenix. You are moving on to the next round. Let's go.
Yeah, she's one of our team members. So
she's HD Bates. Right on.
He's HD Bates, yeah.
All right, well, good luck. All right, and next up, that's it. So here's your now your playoff tournament bracket right here. So round 2, we got Taylor B. Driftin versus Hollis. That's interesting. 2 big slayers right there, and Emmett, the number 2 seed versus the number 6 seed Phoenix. And those guys, I think, are already fishing. They have all 2 weeks to get their big bag. So keep fishing, fish hard, fish to the end, and every inch counts. So keep upgrading, man. Don't think just because you have 5 bigs that's big enough. Just keep going till as many times as you can fish.
Thanks to all the youth who entered. It just made this a lot more dynamic, and it expands it in a good way, I think. And it's awesome to see all these kids out there.
I love it, man. I see them out there, usually fishing with their parents or, fishing from shore, and they get 2 weeks to build their bag. So, it's not as quite as much pressure, but it's building your way into, and some of these guys are in Spotty Bowl too. And like they were fishing against the adults and also in the youth division. And Phil, thanks for donating prizes to these guys. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, man, that's the least we could do. We got to keep them encouraged.
Yeah, let's keep them going. You know what's going to keep them encouraged? Catching those spotties, man, because there's really no fish like it, man. And what's great? I always say down here it's free to fish too, which is awesome. A lot of local lakes aren't free, most of them you pay. So you can just go down for a couple hours, hit the bay. It's amazing. Here we go. There you are. You got your bye week. You and Ludwig, number 1 and number 2 seed, LAOC round 1. Here we go. You guys are able to fish any of the 4 bays in the schedule. First up, we got Guillermo versus Kevin Keller. This is a super matchup right here.
That's 2 slayers right there.
2 slayers right there. Kevin, Kevin, I hate to tell you this, but my wife says she's leaving me because my obsession with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So I said to her, is that your final answer? Nothing, Phil? I need to get Brian Rosin back on here. He laughs at my jokes. Sorry, Phil. Oh, man.
It took me a second to get it, man. It took me a second to get it.
I don't need any pity laughs. It may not have been funny. That's okay. Yeah. All right. So let's get on with this here. Kevin Keller, Guillermo, also known now I know as Memo, right?
Yeah, Memo.
And your winner with 73 inches. Let's go, Guillermo. We're moving on. Looks like Kevin, man, it looks like you had a rough day. I don't know if that's 5 full fish. Probably looks like a 4 fish back to me. Kevin had a rough day. That's right, Kevin. We'll get you back in next year. Moving on. 73 inches. Big bag, man. Big bags. I remember when a big bag from shore was like 64 inches. I don't know what has happened in this
last year, Brian. We didn't get the numbers we got this year from shore. This year, a lot of bigger fish. Yeah, just last year we were all in the 60s. Kevin was one of the only ones that got into the 70s. This year has just been a lot bigger bags for sure. And I know Memo fishes for HT Baits, but me and Kevin talked last week, and it would have been cool to go have a rematch, him and I, for last year. But yeah, Kevin's an awesome angler, man. I respect that guy a lot, and I met him last year at the award ceremony, and super humble guy. And he picked his name right for sure. He's HB Bassmaster, man. That guy knows what he's doing.
For sure, man. So he's in chat right now. It says, I flopped. I couldn't catch a fish over 12 inches for my life. Tell me about it, man. I fished shore this weekend too. It was a rough go for some of us. All right, next up, we got Daniel versus Brian. Ooh, number 3 seed versus the number 6 seed. Daniel, time on the water. And Brian, one last cast, got into the playoffs this year. I think is this his first year? I think this is his first year. So making playoffs is pretty exciting.
He fished last year, but didn't do that well.
Didn't do that well? Gotcha.
No, he didn't do that well last year.
Kevin says, thanks, Phil. And
you're welcome, Kevin.
Your winner is, let's go. It is Daniel, number 3 seed.
Daniel.
Close.
It's all right.
That is a close round right there. Brian, you get to go do some fun fishing. So, Daniel, you'll be moving on to the next round. 67 versus 66, 7-5. That's a close round, right? 1 inch separation right there. That's the way I like to see it, you know?
Congrats, Daniel. I guess it's you and I.
Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and look at this bracket here, Phil. There you go. So, Ludwig versus Memo. Holy smokes. That's some big hitters right there. And Phil versus Daniel. Wow. Okay. So we got the 1, 2, 3, 4 seed all made it. So no major upsets this time, but 1, 2, 3, 4 against each other. Man, how you feeling? You feeling confident against Daniel?
Fish RX, man. And Daniel knows his stuff, you know. So again, I it's gonna come to picking the right day and both of us picking the right time to maximize our output, you know. So we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, I'm a little nervous with all these guys, you know, Memo, Kevin, all these guys. We're all good anglers, so it's anybody's take. You know, I know Ludwig has been doing good, but you know, we just never know. We can all flop and not do well. So it's really up for grabs, you know.
It is. Anybody can have a good day, like their best day, and anybody can, you know, it's just tough, man. That's what kind of makes Spotty Bowl interesting, though. You know what I mean? Like you made it, and now it's like you have to have 3 really good days in order to win this championship, which is a hard thing to do. All right, next division, we got us short division down here in San Diego. Our champ, Alex Norton, Masters champion 2 years ago, I think. Had his bye week, number 1 seed. He's had like Ludwig, a phenomenal year. He's got many first. I think he had 4 first places, maybe 5, and he's got many 70-inch bags. So he's turned around our division up here too. It's made it difficult for us other guys to win it. And okay, first up, we got Brian Likes to Fish versus Lee Gill. Lee, man, I couldn't let you have the only killer profile pick there, man. I had to find something that I don't know. Phil, I do some weird stuff when I'm not fishing for Spotty. So
Hey, do your thing, man. Do your thing.
I actually work a little bit with SeaWorld doing some stuff down there during their Scarefest stuff. So that's that. If you see that guy down there, that may be me under that mask at SeaWorld. So you guys Lee Gill and me fished, and we picked a horrible day, but it was horrible for both of us. So for me, man, I could just scrounging a fish, man. I can't tell you how many short strikes I had. I'm assuming it's like tiny fish. Short strike after short strike. I went 4 hours without a fish. It was rough. And the winner. Let's go. Brian Likes to Fish. Small bag. Small bag, but Lee told me he just could not find the fish. I think he only got 3 fish. So Lee just has an off day for you, man, and off day for me too. But I just got lucky and I was able to scrounge up 5 dinks, and it was enough. So I'll take it.
Bag,
Lee.
but good enough.
It was a tough day, man. It was a tough day. And anybody that fished that day knows. And there's a lot of small bags you're going to see in the short division. All right. We got number 3 versus number 6. Danny Hernandez, team Hookup Baits, and Aaron Endicott, the number 3 seed. I don't know if they fished this Saturday. I'm not sure what day they fished. All right. And your winner is Danny Hernandez. Let's go, Danny.
All right, Danny.
60.5. There's an upset. Number 6 over number 3, 58.25. Nice day, Aaron. That's not Aaron's normal bag. I think me and Aaron fished last year for the championship. Me and Aaron made it all the way last year in the championship. So, Aaron, you get to go fun fish now. So have fun. But Danny, congratulations, dude. I know he's been he fished sick, I think, too. So man, it paid off, dude.
Go Danny. Go Danny.
Alex says, dang, I wish I fished against Brian that weekend. Hey, it was tough, man. I don't think you should have wished that one because that was a tough for everybody. I don't care who you were. That was a tough go. Mr. Majors, number 2 seed versus our chef for the weekend, Chuck, the number 7 seed, and your winner, Mr. Majors.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Majors.
Mr. Majors. See these bags, though, Phil? See these bag sizes, though? 52, 38. I mean, these are all the guys.
It was rough.
It was rough, dude. Chuck only got, I think, looks like a 3-fish bag. So, man, it was rough. I'll tell you what. I keep track of like an app on my phone that like keeps track of your walking whatever steps. And I walked a little over 5 miles shore pounding, trying to find fish. It was so difficult just moving and trying to find them. They were just not any of my normal spots. And it was a point to where you're not even looking for bigs anymore. You're just looking to get 5 fish that weekend. So looks like everybody that got 5 fish moved on. Mr. Majors, I don't know if that's 5 fish, but maybe you moved on. So congratulations, guys.
Good job.
Spotty Best says, woo. I'll give him a woo. And here is your playoff bracket right here. Number 1, Alex Norton versus number 4 seed, Brian Likes to Fish. That's going to be a fun round right there. Mr. Majors, number 2 versus Danny Hernandez, number 6. So we had one upset in this division right here. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm sure Alex is going to make me fish at night, which I'm looking forward to. I never really fish shore at night. So I'm going to give it a whirl and I'm going to try it out. You never know. So I'll give it my best shot. Don't give myself much of a chance against Alex at shore, but I'll give it my best shot. And Mr. Majors, Danny, good luck. Get out there and slay it. All right, next division. How much time are we going here? All right, we got a little bit of time. Weekend Warrior, round 1. Ricardo gets the bye week. Congratulations, man. Get a kickback. Here we go. Round 1. We got David Dalton versus Joe Ferguson in the Weekend Warrior division. And your winner. I guess I should probably start doing some drum rolls. Your winner. Let's go, Joe Ferguson. I've seen this story before where the number 7 seed has came all the way through and won the thing. So it can happen, Joe. Congratulations. You just it looks like David Dalton had a rough day, 64. It's not a big score for him, but Joe, man, take that momentum. Go all the way to the championship with that, dude. 68.75. Let's go, Joe. Lee Gill fishing 2 divisions down here in San Diego, shore and do you have any type of vessel, float tube or anything, Phill, or are you just strictly shore?
I have a float tube, but I'm working on getting a kayak, but I just got to figure out how to keep it down there because it's just too long of a haul to keep going down there with it on. So I'm trying to find a friend or somebody that can let me keep it where I could just drive over there, throw it on, and then just go in the water.
Maybe you could just hide it somewhere down there, stuff it somewhere in the docks. I don't know. So we got Lee Gill versus Glenn, number 6, number 3 versus 6, and your winner. Yeah, let's go. Lee Gill coming in with a 72-inch bag. So he's out of shore, man, but now you're back you're into Weekend Warrior, so keep fishing hard, League. Number 3 seed versus number 6. Glenn, looks like you had a
good bag.
72 is a good bag right there. I know Glenn was out fishing with Eric all weekend at the pipe, fishing for rockfish and stuff. So maybe the judge wore him out, dude.
Shame on you, Judge.
Congratulations, Lee. Lee, you are moving on.
Congratulations, Lee.
Next up, we got all right. Sorry about that, Phill. Lost me, actually. Hold on a second, guys. I got to get this thing going again here. Okay, where were we? I have to start over here. We got David Dalton. We got Lee Gill. We are on to Hollis. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I lost internet connection here. Is everything good? Let me know. I think everything's good. Hollis versus Jim. This is for Weekend Warrior 5 and the winner. Oh, we got a tie. We have a tie. This happens occasionally. 68-68. Wow. That's so weird? Like when we're measuring by quarter inches, 5 fish, that's a pretty common bag, 68. But damn, tie. So in the case of a tie during the playoffs, if you tie in the regular season, it's just a tie. But in the case of a playoffs, the tiebreaker is big fish. So here we go. Big fish. Here we go. Big fish is Hollis with a 15.5. Let's go, Hollis.
All right, Hollis.
Youth division moving on. Man, Jim, you had a 15, so close. So within a half inch, man. You can see there are two fish right there. There's Hollis's 15.5 and Jim's 15. Jim, you're moving on to fun fishing. Hollis, you're moving on to the next round. Congratulations. Youth division. Come on, Hollis. Let's get this. Let's take this all the way. That'd be awesome. And here is your playoff bracket for the Weekend Warriors. So we got Ricardo versus All right, you back? I'm back. Sorry about that, Phil. Hate to leave you hanging there for.
It's okay.
I don't know. I don't know if it's my internet or your internet, but it's one of our internets. All right, so here is our playoff bracket. Hold on, let me get this thing here. There we go. We got Ricardo versus Hollis from the youth division, and Joe Ferguson. Man, okay, hold on, guys. Are you guys getting this? So I'm sorry, guys. We'll get this straightened out. I see you on here, Phil.
Yeah, it keeps coming on the YouTube too. It keeps going quiet and stopping. The cat. What did one fungus say to the other fungus? Gee, you're a real fun guy. Sorry. So for Davy's World, he was asking what my technique is for Alamedos Bay, and I just used the 3-inch Davy with the 3/8 jig head. No, not weedless, just a regular jig head. So
thanks for covering for me, Phil.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. I don't know if it's you or me, but anyway, I think we're good now. Reset the internet. We're good. All right. So where were we? We're at the right here. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I think everything's fixed now, though, so I think we should be good. We got Ricardo versus Hollis from the youth division. Let's go. And Joe Ferguson coming 7 seed coming in there and make it to round 2 against Lee Gill. So some nice setups right there. All right, next up, we got the Weekend Warriors up in LA OC. Brian Rosen, man, having a year, dude. I think if I looked at his bag, he might have been I forgot, but I'm gonna look later, and I think he may have been top 3 in Masters with the year he had right there.
Brian just slays, man.
I don't know what happened. Like the year before, I don't know if he made the playoffs. I can't remember, but this year, man, something has happened, man. Brian has gotten he's found some kind of secret sauce or technique, or I don't know. It's me, says Bryce. I know it's me. It's my Ramona. You know what? I got Starlink now though, so I can't say that. Okay, first up, we got Aaron Black versus Ben Wilson. Ooh, that's a good matchup right here. We got the number 4 versus the number 5 seed. Carl's been having a great year. Ben's been having a great year. And your winner, let's go, Ben Wilson.
Ben.
Ooh, just like his brother, and he's a heartbreaker out there. Carl, Aaron Black, 49. Looks like you had a rough weekend. Marina Del Ray can be that way, man. Sometimes I've only fished there 3 times, but sometimes she's a good bay and sometimes she's a rough. But Ben, 67.5, nice bag right there. You are moving on next round. Carl, you're back to fun fishing. Next up, we got Daniel Wood. Here we go. I know you've been waiting for this against Davey Brown from Akuma, making the playoffs, slipping in there. Cinderella story, number 6 here versus Daniel Wood, Team HD Baits. How comfortable is Daniel and Marina Del Ray?
Not real comfortable. Newport's his home bay. He's still learning Marina Del Ray.
The only first place I got this year in the Masters division was in Marina Del Ray. And I think it's because all those guys don't seem to fish it very often. So I had a chance because they've got Newport and Alamitos, like they've just got those places, down. But I think I don't know. I guess those guys fish Huntington, but it sounds like Marina Del Rey is like far out of the way. Like you guys don't travel that far to get up there. So
I'll tell you the difference for a lot of us, Brian, is Marina Del Rey sits alone in that area. So if you go fish Marina Del Rey, like for us short pounders, if you don't do good there, it's a very long drive to come back to Los Alamitos. So that's why I myself stick to Los Alamitos and Newport, because they're only half an hour away from each other. But if you go to Marina Del Rey, you don't do good, you're kind of just stuck there.
And you guys down in San Diego that don't know these two bays, they're like 30 or 35 miles apart, right? Because I know when I go to Newport, it's like exactly like 100 miles from my house, and it's like 140 Marina. So it's like,
and that's with a lot of traffic right through LA. So it's time wise, it's a good hour away sometimes.
All right, here we go. Davey Brown versus Daniel Wood. And your winner is Davey Brown. Let's go.
Congratulations, Davey.
Look at you, Davey Brown, throwing out a 79.5.
Goodbye.
Holy smokes, man. I'm going to give you a woo. I'm going to give you the bell for that one, dude. Wow.
That's a good bag.
Number 6 seed coming in and upsetting Daniel. Daniel, that's probably a lower bag for him. He usually breaks the spotty barrier, so he had a rough round. But Davey Brown, man, 79.5. Congratulations. I know that's your PB bag, right, Dave?
Daniel told me he caught a lot of fish, but just couldn't get on any good size.
Ah, man, Spotty at Best says, wow, big bag. David says, congrats. Man. Well, if you're going to throw out your PB bag, it might as well be in Spotty Bowl Playoffs, eh? So 79.5, wow, that's a big one. So biggest bag of playoffs for LA and San Diego will also win you a Bates reel this year. So if you get the biggest bag in the playoffs, that's also the last, I think that's the last side pot still going. Congratulations, Davey. You're moving on. Daniel, you're on to fun fishing. Next up, we got Angel Salgado versus Anthony. Holy smoke, 7 versus 2 seed here. Anthony's been throwing out some pretty big bags, though. Angel's always really consistent, though. I think Angel number 1 seed last year. I don't know. Angel's always does
good.
Always does good. And your winner is Anthony. Wow. Number 7 and number 6 coming out, dude. Number 7, number 6 upset. Angel 23, man. He must have just had just a heartbreaker of a day. Sometimes you just can't find him. Just is what it is, man.
Yeah. Congratulations, Anthony.
Congratulations, Anthony. You're moving on. 73.25. Great bag. Angel, man, that's tough, man. But you're on the fun fishing, dude. It's a tough go right there. But congratulations on getting second for the season right there. All right, and then here is our bracket. Brian, no more rest. You're on to round 2. Brian versus Ben Wilson. Ooh, there's a nice one right there. One of the Wilson brothers versus Brian. And man, the number 7 and number 6 seeds. So that means one of the either number 7 or number 6 are going to go into the championship round. That's pretty exciting. Cinderella story coming in here, dude. good luck, Anthony. If Davey Brown's getting 79-inch bags, dude, fish hard, fish good. This is pretty exciting to me. Seeing the 7 and 6 move on. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna have their hands full with Brian though. So, we have all upsets on this. So look at that, all the upsets. Number 5 too. What am I saying here?
Yeah.
2, 3, and 4 all eliminated. That's a first time. That's first in Spotty Bowl history that I think. Wow. All right, we'll keep track of that.
When it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You know,
it is. San Diego Pro Division. If LA ever gets big enough to where we have enough people down there, we'll enter a Pro Division. But as of now, we just have Weekend Warrior Masters. I think a lot of those Weekend Warriors are going to be moving up to the Masters next year. At least they need to. Brian Rosen, you're no longer a Weekend Warrior, dude. You need to move up. Derek, number 1 seed. This year, you got your bye, and the first matchup. Oh, wait, what happened here? Your first matchup. I went right to the winner. We already saw. I might as well go to it. Your first matchup is, let's go. Ron Lee is your winner. Mel Juan Delgado. Sorry, I didn't give you the build-up screen, but Ron Lee, congratulations, dude.
good bag.
Ron Lee from Team Hookup Baits with the 72.75 and Mel with the 64.5. You're on to fun fishing. Congratulations. That's the 4 versus 5 seed. Ron, you are moving on to the next round. Congratulations.
Good bag, Ron.
Nice bag, Ron. Here we go. Frank Santiago, the most famous man. Have you ever met Frank?
No.
He's going to be signing autographs down at the award ceremony. So you come down there, he'll be the one with the security guards on each side of him. I don't know.
I'll bring a Sharpie. I'll make sure I bring a Sharpie.
Yeah. We can lift our shirts up and have him sign our chest. Frank's going to be down there with all the other Hookup Baits team. Frank versus Drew. Drew's had a few rounds, man, where he's came out swinging, dude. I think he's got like a 76-inch bag. So, Frank, let's see how you did. And the winner.
Oh,
we got Drew with the 76.5. No, Frank. He's got a busy schedule anyway. Frank, you're out, man. Number 3 seed, 70.5.
Good job, Drew.
Drew coming in, man. 76.5. Wow, big bag, man. When you're gonna have a big bag.
Yeah.
So another upset, number 6 upset. Frank, no. Frank says cash is my bouncer. Which cash? Or both caches. You can get one cache on each side. You get cash Troop and cash Bretch, one on each side. Ron Lee says thank you. Are you guys watching in the Hookup Baits factory right now? All right, Drew. So you are moving on. Next up, we got Thomas Warren, the number 2 seed, versus Bryce, the number 7 seed, and your winner. And with Thomas, it came down to he almost had angler of the year. He had it to like the last second. Unfortunately, Thomas, man, at the very last second, somebody got Derek got an incredible bag and took that. But man, Thomas, here we go, and the winner. Let's go, Bryce, man.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm telling you, Phil, it was a crazy weekend down here in San Diego. The bite just shut down for some of us, and for Thomas to throw out a 53, almost every week he had a 70-inch bag every session. But Bryce, congratulations, another upset, number 7 seed, 66.5. Let's go, Bryce. Bryce is in chat right now.
Bryce.
It says woo. I'll give you a woo, dude. Congratulations,
You
Bryce.
deserve that. Woo, beating number 2. Shoot.
Yeah, I know. Thomas had a rough thing. That's all right, Thomas. You get in there next year. Get it. And here's your bracket. Derek, you're off the bye, and you're going against Ron Lee, Hookup Baits, and Bryce, number 7 seed. And look at that, number 6 and 7 are going on again. We may have another person come from the 7 or 6 seed and win the belt again. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So Drew and Bryce, guys, figure out what day you're gonna fish. 1 second, I got to do one thing here.
And can I say something? That's one thing I really love about the Spotty Bowl is the fact that you could still come in 5th, 6th, and still get to fish for that belt. Like I came in 3rd last year, but I still ended up with the belt. So it's cool because it gives you a lot of opportunities to still win something.
It's really cool to win that Angler of the Year, and that's a cool thing that you did the best for the whole season. But man, it's really cool to win that belt. So yeah, you get to get in here is a tough way to go. All right, here we go. Masters division. We're up here. Chad, hookup baits, #1 seed in San Diego, gets his bye week. So Chad, I'm sure he wasn't even resting. I'm sure he was out pre-fishing or fishing or fun fishing. First up, we got Charlie versus Jared. Jared fishing both north and south. I don't think he made the playoffs up there. Maybe he did. I don't remember. But Jared coming down here south, fishing against Charlie. Charlie, man, first person to ever get an 80-inch bag in San Diego.
Charlie's like a slayer.
They're throwing 80-inch bags out there up in your OC LA area. It seems like we got about 5 of those up there. But the very first bag, last round, Charlie hit it, and 80-inch. Congratulations. And he got a 79.75, I think, at the beginning of the year, too. So Charlie, man, capable of throwing out these huge bags. Jared, and your winner.
Oh, Charlie.
Let's go, Charlie. Ooh. Just what I'd expect out of you, Charlie. Big bag, 76-incher, #3 seed. Jared, 12.25. That's a long ride home, man. That's a long.
Yeah, that's a tough day of fishing right there.
It is. I've been there, man. I drove all the way to Huntington this year, and a 13-inch fish in 7 hours. Got home at 4 in the morning. So I know that drive. But congratulations, Charlie. Let's go. You're on to the next round, dude. He's in chat right now. Let's see. I'm going to catch up on some of this chat right here. All right. Next up, we got Peter versus Cash. Cash coming down with his dad, also fishing north and south. So Cash, we all know Cash Slayer. Peter's been in Spotty Bowl every year, I think. So Peter's also a known Slayer down here. 4 seed versus 5 seed. And your winner. Cash, man. Cash, man. 74-inch bag. Peter, that's a low bag for you, dude. 68.5. Cash, congratulations coming down here, making it worth it. You did a lot better than your dad. What the heck happened here? Cash, congratulations. Mission Bay. I think Cash has got Mission Bay pretty dialed in, man. I think he's had
5 beats #4 again.
Yeah, a lot of upsets here. Peter, you're on the fun fishing, man. So I'll see you guys at the award ceremony. Cash, congratulations. You're moving on the next round. Brian likes to fish versus Kevin. For me, Mission Bay, I feel pretty comfortable there, but you never know, man. Like I've been fishing Mission Bay, like you've been fishing up there 20 years those bays. I've been fishing these bays down here for 20 years. I feel pretty comfortable, but you just never know. Mission Bay can be a heartbreaker sometimes, man. And I think Kevin last year was our pro champion, correct? Isn't he part of your team?
Yeah, he was. He won the other belt. Yeah.
Yeah. So last year, Kevin was a pro champion. Made his way up to Masters. Thanks for doing that, Kevin. And making it all the way to the playoffs. So I was pretty nervous about this. Anytime you're fishing a Spotty Bowl champion, man, it's pretty nerve-wracking. You ready for this, Phil?
Let's go.
I'm nervous, and I know the results. I'm like nervous. I'm nervous giving this result. Kevin, unfortunately,
right.
Kevin and me were fishing half the time side by side within eyesight of each other. Kevin, I got lucky. You didn't. We both were both out there fishing hard the whole time, all the way from bell to bell. I got a few big fish. So Kevin, hang around, guys, because we're going to show Spotty Bowl Biggins after this too, so you can see all these big fish. There's some big ones caught, but I'll be moving on to the next. Kevin, you get on to the fun fishing, and let's see what this bracket is. All right, Chad, you're off your break. Oh man, Cash and Chad. That's interesting right there. Both team hookup baits. And Brian likes to fish versus Charlie. Ooh, so we got the 1, 2, 3, and 5 seed in there in this. Charlie, man, ooh, it's going to be a battle for you, man. He's good at San Diego Bay, too. San Diego Bay is not my thing. So good luck to all you guys in Masters. Let's see where it goes. So it's going to be fun. Back to San Diego Bay. Here we go. Brett Wilson, bye week this week. He deserved it, man. Came from like mid-pack. Had like a slow start and then started throwing out 80-inch bags and made Angler of the Year. So
yeah, he did good at the end.
Yeah, he did good at the end. He always comes in clutch. He's probably just chilling at the beginning. First up, we got Chet. What's up? Bass Stash in the house. Chet, are you in the chat? Versus Cash. Man, we keep bringing up Cash. Cash is Masters up there too. Fishing both north and south. So, here we go. Chet is in there. Thanks, Chet. Appreciate that. Says, way to go, Brian. Appreciate that. Is this a rematch from last year? Did you guys face each other last year? Cash said it's a rematch. Oh, maybe it's a rematch for him versus Chad again. All right, and your winner. It's exciting, dude. Is
Cash.
Cash, man, taking out another, dude. Chet, 70.25, respectable bag, but man, Cash, you got to beat Cash. I think you need about a 75 plus. So, Chet, man, you're on the fun fishing, hanging out with your family out there. I see you guys pictures of you all, you guys, their new kayaks, you and Sammy out there fishing with your family. So you're still gonna have a fun summer. Cash, man, both Masters playoffs. Congratulations, Cash. I think he's got
Cash.
I think he's got a pretty good shot this year. What do you think? Last year's second place. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's always got a good chance. He's always consistent, and the kid knows what he's doing, man.
He does. All right, here we go. Marina Del Ray. So I chose this bay specifically for my last round to learn this bay because I knew number one, I was going to I knew I had made the playoffs by the last round, and I knew that I needed to get good at Marina Del Ray. That's a bay I've only fished 3 times in my life. But I think I have figured out Marina Del Ray a little bit. I'm enjoying that place, and there's a lot of big fish in there if you can find them. Eric, what's up, dude? Saw him on the water. He's coming down to the awards. Are you bringing your dad? His dad is the 93-year-old that watches the show. What's up? How are you out there if you're watching right now? Eric, was fun talking to you afterwards. Fun. We washed our boats together. It's always fun competing, but we're always still friends out on the water. And the winner, Eric. Sorry, man. Oh. Us two were fishing in line of sight, doing a lot, but man, I just got lucky. Got a lot of big fish, threw myself out my PB bag, which is 80. I think my PB bag before that was 80.25, so I was able to throw out an 80.5. I'll take that in the playoffs, Phil. It was
that's 2 good bags right there.
Yes,
Eric,
if I just would have been two smaller fish, I caught a couple bigs. 2 smaller fish, it would have been neck and neck. But Eric, man, way to throw out, dude. Number 6, 75-inch bag. Man, I just got lucky, man. Right place at the right time. That's just sometimes where it is, man. The 80.5.
Hey, you got to do a woo for you now.
I'll take it, man. That's like my second 80-inch bag of my life, and I fished like every Spotty Bowl round that's ever happened, and I've fished almost every playoff round. So it's a big deal to me to break 80. I got written on the back of my bump board here to hit 80 in San Diego. I still haven't been able to do that, but Charlie did it. But man, yeah, I'm happy with that.
Good job, man. Good job.
Thanks, appreciate that. Mike Brown versus Tyler. Here we go. Number 2 seed Mike Brown had a great year, man. Had number 1 seed the whole year up until like the last round. Where Brett somehow pushed him out of it. But Mike Brown says 2 big bags. Davey says, when can't 75-inch? All right. It's a good day. Yeah. If you're the Master Division, though, dude, 75 is, even if I get a 75-inch bag against any of these guys, I'm still like, oh, man, I feel like you need like a 77 or bigger to have a little bit of a comfort.
Yeah, you're going up against all the slayers, man.
I don't know if you heard about this, but I got an 80-inch bag last year and lost. Brett Wilson.
Yeah.
I want some redemption, man. How do you lose on an 80-inch bag, Phil? It's obviously still scarred me. I still can't get that out of my head, man. That's crazy. I think I threw at 80, threw at 81. Of course that guy did that to me.
I think I'm going to be tossing and turning after hearing that tonight.
All right. Here we go. Mike Brown. Tyler. Your winner is Mike Brown. Let's go. 72.75. Tyler. Close round right there.
Yeah, that was a close round.
Close round right there. Mike Brown, number 2 seed, moving on. Tyler, you're on the fun fishing. Mike Brown, man, slaying up there. He knows those bays. All right, here's your playoff bracket. There's an interesting one. Brett versus Cash in Alamitos. Ooh. I wish we could watch that live. That's going to be a good one right there.
That's going to be one to watch.
Mike Brown, Brian likes to fish. Me and Mike Brown have fished all 3 years against each other. This is our 3rd time, Mike. So we know this dance. Let's do it. So those are your 4 going on to the Masters division up there. in LA. It's going to be fun to give out the results in 2 weeks from now when they come on in. It's so fun. Spotty Bowl's fun, isn't it, Phill? Some good stuff.
It's so much fun, man.
It's like watching it is a professional sport in my eyes, but it's like watching, I don't know, a sport that we're interested in, and we all get to like come on here and share everybody's accomplishments. I love it, man. I truly love it.
You know what? It puts us to the test. It puts our angling to the test because, we have to choose a week that is chosen for us, and you get to choose the day. But yeah, it just for me, it just puts me to the test, and I love it. I love it.
It is. I truly love fun fishing too. But I also love doing this with the community and doing this also with it. I would have never known anybody in LA if it wasn't for this. And you guys up there are awesome. I'll tell you what, man, I became friends with all you guys up there. And if it wasn't for this, I would have probably never gone up there and fished much. And I definitely would have never met anybody up there. And now it's like everybody here in chat, dude, I know them. I know how their years pass of how they fished. I know how they fished. It's crazy, man. Who would have guessed? All right,
yeah, we become a bigger family, and that's awesome. All of us, we get to know each other, and then we get to meet each other at the at the ceremony. Yeah, and then so next year when we all fish, we know more people, and yeah, it's been awesome experience for me. I love it.
Yep.
Hey there, this is Jeff with One Cool Tuna. Hey there, this is Jeff with One Cool Tuna. You're watching Snagging Grass and Catching Bass.
All right, let's take a look at some of these big fish here. See what we caught here. All right, here we go. First up, Frank. Frank, man, it's over for you. But, man, that's a nice looking bump board right there. Looks like brand new, 15-incher Frank. Pretty sure Frank probably got that on hookup baits. Don't see in the picture there. Jim, oh, man, that's devastating. Half-inch. Good for you, Hollis. That half-inch one, a tie going down to biggest fish. But there's a nice fish right there. No clues, man. These guys don't give any more clues. They've figured it out, man. They know if they get a 15, I'm going to show it. Carl, rough day up there, man. At least you got a big right there. Chet, another rough day, but man, there you go. You got a big.
Nice fish.
Nice fish. No clues. Cash, 15.25. I think that's might be his Mission Bay bag right there. Drew with a 15.75. Man, there is no baits, no line, no gear, no nothing in these pictures. Just the links, though. The links, that's a kayak. If you're coming down from a long distance, it's super lightweight. I was in Fastlane this week checking that thing out, but that's one you might want to take a look at because it's like you could put that right on top of anything. It's super light, easy to transport. I know Chad got one of those, and he's happy about it. And I talked to Fastlane about it. If you guys show up a little early to if you show up a little early to the wards, they may have some demo kayaks if you're interested in just trying one of these things out to see if it how it feels.
That would be awesome.
Come on down an hour or two early. I don't know if they're doing the kayak race again this year, like they did last year with the big 4-seater team. If they
that was fun.
Is HD Bates going to get out there this year? Come on, Phill.
Yeah, we're going to get out there. We're going to get out there this year.
All right. You and David going to get on there and maybe get Phoenix on there with you, a couple of others.
Yeah, see who comes. But yeah, for sure, we're going to jump on that this year.
I don't know if they're doing it. I don't know, guys. But last year they have that big 4-seater kayak, and we did like a little race around the cone. It was
that Hobie race. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. But try out that if you're down there and he has it for demo, try that links out. I think it's pretty cool. Thomas with a 16. Thomas, man. You're on the fun fishing, dude. Ben Wilson, 16-incher. That's a nice fish right there.
Nice. That's a fatty right there.
Yeah, so close to a 16.25 too, man. As long as I've been doing it, man, I always try to get that thing like see how the tail's kind of like in the middle of no man's land. It's not touching one of those black lines. Try to slide that fish up next time, Ben, and see if you can get that tail to touch that 16.25. Because man, we've already seen that it can be a 1/4 inch. Could be make or break, dude. So try to get every little bit you can out of it. But maybe I don't know. I like to put it on the closest black line, not in the no man's land. Ron Lee, 16.75. Wow, that's a big fish right there. Big short bump board on that thing too. 16.75. Man, so close to the 17. Nice fish there. Kevin, Another 16.75. Man, that's got a thick tail. See the bad thing? That thing could have been like a 17 easy, but it's got no wisp. See the top of its tail's like missing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a 17 if it would have had a healthy tail. Memo, also known as Guillermo, 17.75. Dang. Did he call you right after
that's a
you know
good
about
one.
this? Dang,
No, I didn't know. Good job, Memo.
dude, look how close that is to 18. Wow. Wow. Those are so rare.
Yeah.
You know, I maybe down in San Diego.
I've seen 4 of them pull up this week.
Nope.
Different people. Yeah, the one guy they call Bass Mob. He got one, and then like 2 or 3 other people got 18s. So the big fish are coming out, as you can see, with all these 15, 16s, and 17s coming out.
I know this coming round 2, when we fished last year in LA, we had 3 80-inch bags in the playoff. So yeah, it seems like that time of year, man. They're just get ready, guys. Yeah. This is it, man. This is the time of year when the fishing is for bigs is good. At least up in LA it was. Peter 15.25, 15.75 fishing at night, it looks like. That one on the left is a fatty, dude.
Yeah, look how fat that thing is.
Dang. That's a big one. Mike Brown 15.75.
Nice fish.
Man, nobody's giving anything up, dude. I don't see any baits. That one's really white. I wonder if that's a male. You very rarely see those big males. Eric B, nice fishing against you, dude. 15, 16.5. Nice 2 fish right there. It's got a pretty cool Boston whaler. Got to take a good look at that thing. It's got a trolling motor on the front and everything. Pretty cool boat. Charlie, 17. Let's go, Charlie. I'm going to give him a woo now.
That's a good one.
Yeah, nighttime fishing. Man, it's not only 17, that's a healthy 17 right there. Charlie, man, I got to face this guy in playoffs, Phill. Jeez. Pulling up.
Yeah, you got your hands full, and so does he.
Lee Gill. Done with shore, but on to Weekend Warrior, 15, 15, 15, 5. 3 big ones right there. It's got one of those pedal drives. It's like a bicycle pedal.
Yeah, that's 3 good fish right there.
Cash, San Diego Masters Division, 15, 15. So out of Mission Bay, Cash did good on Mission Bay. I think he's figured that place out. Drew, man. Wow. Here we go, Drew. 15, 15, 15, 16, 5. Wow, some good fish. Also fishing out of the links. Here we go. Davey Brown dropping the hammer, dude. Davey Brown, 15.25. And look at how many 16s. 1, 2, 3. Man, dude.
Yeah, no, Daniel didn't have a chance.
Oh my gosh. So figured it out. Looks like nighttime on the right, on that bottom right? So I think he must have a nighttime hour, but man, get it. What bay did you fish? Oh, he fished Marina Del Ray. We all fish Marina Del Ray.
Yeah, they fish Marina Del Ray.
For me, I found him. Like I could have caught my whole bag in the one section. Just found him. So just and at a spot you probably would never guess. Just found him. And I think if you in Marina Del Ray and you find him, you're gonna catch a lot of big fish, man. Because I think
there's a lot of docks. There's a lot of docks in that place. That's one thing I like is especially on the kayak. I'm sure you guys just have abundant of pilings and docks and to be throwing at.
I caught none of my big fish in docks.
You didn't pitch none of the pilings or anything?
Oh, I did. But I don't like fishing the docks that much. So I'm more of like an open water, grass, rocks, that kind of fishing is my style.
Me too.
15, 2, 5, 60. Man, Dave, congratulations, man. He says it was a good night. I bet it was. I bet you went home with a huge smile. 79.5. Congratulations on your PB bag. Brian likes to fish. This is my SD San Diego Bay. I feel very comfortable in Mission Bay. Hard for me to get a very big bag out of there, but I feel pretty comfortable in there. 15, 15, 15.75. My 16.75 that was my kicker fish. 15, 15, 2.5. Caught throughout the bay. No really like honey holes for me there. It's just a matter of searching and finding them. Here we go. Big fish. Let's go. Memo Guillermo. 17.75. Big fish of the tournament. That is an awesome fish right there. So congratulations on that. And Phill, I think we are done with the results and we're done with biggins. Wow. Let's check out, see if you guys have any questions for Phill here at the very end here.
Good luck to everybody that made it to the finals and
semi-finals.
let's go get it.
Yeah, semifinals we're at now. We still have, after this, we still have one more. Let's see here. What do we got here in chat? Where are all those giant fish on Saturday? I know. What day did I fish? Didn't I fish Saturday? I don't remember. Who knows? No, I think I fished Friday. David Ward says, congratulations to all the anglers who moved on, and congratulations to all the anglers who competed this year. Already looking forward to next year. Man, concentrate on this year, Dave. You got two more rounds so you get that belt around your waist. So concentrate on that. Carl Black says 2 minutes left in my round, and I snuck in that 15. How many times has that happened to you, Phill? Where you're like, okay, one more.
Multiple times. There was one time where I was fishing the morning session till 1, and it was 11:30. I had one fish, and I decided to move across the bay, and I got 3 in like 5 minutes.
Oh, that is a mad dash, frantic. Throw it on the board.
So nerve-wracking when you know you got an hour or 2 left and you only have one to fish. You're just like scrambling.
Oh.
I try to stay calm and I try to just keep doing what I'm doing. But yeah, no lie, it's stressful for sure.
Like I said, my short division, I went 4 hours without a fish. And you're just like questioning, like, what do I got to do here? What do I got to do here? And I think it gets in your head and you start speeding up. You start getting out of your rhythm, and it's rough, man. But I'm talking about that last second, like, okay, it's 12:58. If I catch one right now, I might be able to get it in. You know what I mean? That's happened to me.
I did that last year. I did that last year on one of the sessions. I had 4 fish and I was like, man, I'm not going to do good. And like in the last half an hour, I think I caught a 16 right there at Davies boat launch right at the bridge. I had just seen 5 minutes before that. I had just seen Chad on his boat. He was fishing also, and he just cruised by on his vessel. And like 5 minutes later, I threw out like right where he passed by, and I caught that 16-inch. And I ended up having a good bag because of it. But yeah, it was like the last 20 minutes, half an hour.
He's probably got all that scent and garlic stuff all over his baits, and they're just the mob of fish following Chad around the bay. Let me see if we got any more questions in here, guys. Like I said, this is your last chance to ask Phill anything. We got a champion in the house, so if you have shore questions or questions about baits or anything like that, now's your chance. Let's see here. We got a question from David. Phill, who's your sponsor for your jigs?
Yeah, that's one thing I would like to thank. I have one sponsor. I like to thank Captain Jig Hooks. I've gotten every fish in both Spotty Bowls with his jigs, and I fished nothing but his jigs. I just want to thank him.
Again? Name one more.
Captain Jig Hooks.
Do you have one you could show off?
No, not with me.
Okay. We'll post it up. Post it on your socials.
If you guys look. Yeah, Davey, if you could put up his name on it for his Instagram. But you guys, he's made. He was a trout guy, and we've known him. And then when I got into the saltwater baits, he has made his jigs, especially for our baits, for a lot of our baits. So the right size hook for the 3-inch, the right size hook for the 4-inch. But I just want to thank him because if every fish I've gotten these last 2 seasons has been with his jigs. So I just I'm humbled that he would sponsor me, and he always supplies me. I never go without. All I got to do is call him, and he takes care of me. So a big shout out to Mike from Captain Jig Hooks. Thank you, man, for believing in me.
Yeah, man, you got a champ on your side, Mike. So there you go, man. I'd sponsor you too. Phill. What's your strategy, man? You got your first round of playoffs. You got any strategy you're going with? Or you're just going to stick to what you know, stick to what you do?
Yeah. Well, I have to call Daniel Fish RX, and we'll figure out the time slots and everything. But yeah, I'm just going to stick to my 3-inch and my 3/8 jig hook. No weedless, just a regular jig.
Yeah.
And I move around a lot. Just for all you guys that are curious, I try not to grow an umbilical cord to anywhere where I'm fishing. If I'm not catching anything by 20 minutes, I move, and I just keep moving the whole time. And even if I go down one stretch and I hit it back, a lot of times I'll hit fish on the way back because they're always moving in the bay. So my secret is just stick to the 3-inch and just move around. I never stay to one place. If I don't catch fish, I move and I keep searching for them. A
story. I was at the Barefoot Bar on Mission Bay. eating dinner with my family. And when you eat dinner there, you can see the whole bay, right? And there was a shore guy fishing from the rocks. And I'm not kidding you. My entire dinner, like 40 minutes, he casted the exact same spot for like 40 minutes. And I'm telling my family, like, that guy needs to move. He needs to move. He's not going to catch. They're not going to bite after. They're not going to bite 30 casts, 50 casts, 5 casts. If they're not there, they're not there. And I'm driving my family nuts because I'm pulling my hair out watching this guy cast I'm not kidding, Phill, the exact same spot for 45 minutes. And that is advice I think every shore pounder that's came on here is cold is like, maybe spend 5-10 minutes, but don't spend your whole round in like one area. I mean, sometimes though, you can leave that area and come back and see if it's, came to life or something, not saying that spot's not gonna work, but don't spend your whole
have to remember one thing for you guys to remember also too, the tide never stays the same. So you could fish one spot at 6 a.m, not get nothing, move down half a mile, go fish. And when you come back, it's a whole different tide, whether it's lowering or lifting, and fish are always constantly coming in and out. So I've learned to just move and keep moving. And I don't wait for the fish to come to me. There's 2 ways to fish, bait and wait, which you throw out your bait and the scent goes out and the fish come to you. The way we fish, we have to take it to where the fish are at. So if you remember that, if you don't get bit somewhere, move. Don't be afraid to move. I don't care if it's 40 yards one way, 40 yards the other way. I wouldn't suggest moving 100 yards at a time because sometimes you're walking by fish. So I would suggest to just fan cast and just move down a little bit and just make sure that you cover a whole area where you're at. A lot of times they'll be 30 feet away from you and you won't catch them unless you move a little bit to your left or to your right. And sometimes you'll get on 1 or 2 fish right away. And that's been my secret. I just stick and move.
I'm agreeing with you, Chet. That is well said. We're going to end it on that, Phill. That is excellent advice. It's probably the best spotty advice I think you could give anybody. Phill, how do they get your baits again? Let's go ahead and give the shout out to your webpage.
hdbaits.com, you guys, and all our baits are on there. And we appreciate all the support. We are very humbled to be a part of something so great as Spotty Bowl, fishing with all you slayers, all you awesome sticks. I think iron sharpens iron, and I think we all learn from each other and we all push each other. And it's humbling to have this experience for sure.
It's great to have you on, man. I really appreciate you spending almost 2 hours with me, Phill. Hang out for a second, but guys, me and Phill are out of here because this weekend we're gonna have some fun fishing, but next weekend we're gonna be out snagging grass, catching bass. Thanks, everybody. Good night. See you guys.
Good night, everybody. God bless. Tight lines.